What did I do to break my first six figures? All right, so let's go ahead and get into making money. Change my environment, private coaching networking. I talked about that. Also Bold, which was a program within the brokerage that I was with where we got together. We had basically what we did was accountability, right? Brian was talking about accountability. It's huge, right? We basically, all we did was we got together, we role played, we went over our scripts. We kept track of how many people we were calling a day, how many contacts we were making, how many appointments we were setting, how many appointments we were going on, how many appointments we got canceled on, how many appointments we actually got a listing on, or we actually, closed on, how many we didn't. We basically got together and put in the conscious effort of tracking our numbers, because whatever you're going to track is going to grow if you want it to, right? So those are some of the environments that I put myself into. And the great thing about environments like this is they're going to set a specific standard, right? And if everybody else is meeting it and you're the only one that's not, you're going to feel some type of way about that. The standard for Bold was 20 contacts a day. That was the standard, 20 contacts a day. And I just ran with that. But here's the thing. They had something called Bold 100, right? Where if you spoke to like 100 contacts a day, like that was like, I don't know, they give you like a fucking star or something, or like, but it wasn't about that. It was more about like, all right, like this is what they're saying, that's the highest thing. I'm going to go for it. If you have that personality, bro, I did 3 Bold 100s, right? And there was times, bro, where, all right, I would just schedule the whole day to prospect, and I got like 60 contacts over the phone, and I took my business cards to Home Depot, and I was just talking to people, talking to them, making friends, networking in Home Depot, handing out cards, getting contact information, right? And then eventually I got kicked out because, the solar panel guy was like looking at me weird. So environment is huge. Relentlessly educating myself, right? Placing yourself in a room like this. Again, educating yourself relentlessly. You're never too big to learn. Script practice for 2 hours Monday through Friday for the first 2 years, right? 2 hours a day, Monday through Friday. Cold calls for 4 hours a day. A lot of people say cold calling is dead, but I genuinely don't think so, right? If I'm speaking to you on the phone, it's going to be better than you reading some words on a screen, right? Is it more leverage than not? That's a different question, but I'm still going to make a sale, right? And scale from there. Hosted open houses every weekend. So this is niche, you could say, to my specific field, but I want you guys to think about what it is in your specific field that you can potentially maximize, do more of than everybody else. Because if you could do that, then you're going to win. It's literally that fucking simple, right? Just pay more attention and focus on what it is that you're doing, and you're going to see yourself elevating in every single fucking way. First one in, last one out. I talked about it. Was in there at 7 o'clock on Friday nights. At 8 o'clock, I was still on the phones following up with people. What do you think the perception of that is on the receiver end of getting that call? Shit, bro, it's Friday night and you're still making phone calls? You must be committed. Shit, bro, it's Christmas and you're still following up with me? Some people may be like, and I've gotten this, bro, like it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Why are you calling me so early? It's like, well, if I'm calling you at 8 o'clock and I'm the first one calling you, what does that tell you about my work ethic? Wouldn't you want an agent that's relentlessly working hard for you, just the same way that I'm calling you right now? It's about the reframe.
If it was easy, everyone else would do it.
If it was easy, everybody else would do it. And the same thing with the holidays. Oh, it's Thanksgiving. I actually sold a house $25,000 over asking on Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's Thanksgiving. Like, why are you this and that? It's like, well, wouldn't you want an agent that's willing to work even through the holidays for you and have your best interest in mind? It's about reframe. It's about reframe. Regardless of what they tell you, there's a better frame that you can attach to it. Dressed for success and took care of my appearance, all right? Ever since I found out that, wearing a nice suit and taking care of yourself, being properly groomed, in my specific field, right, that's what it took. For example, if you're in fitness, shit, bro, there's all these things that you can do to show off your gains. People will naturally notice. Like, I'm not even a fitness coach, so to speak, right? But what I can tell you guys is one of my specific clients, I was showing him a house and I was wearing, it was a pretty tight shirt, right? And he noticed, like, oh, like, yo, like you're super fit, man. Like, I see that you take care of yourself. I want to know like what you do, like, because I'm trying to get myself in shape. Now it's been 3 weeks of us getting up every single day at 6:30 a.m. in the morning, hitting the gyms. And he's already lost 7 pounds, right? So I know what I did. I could teach you a couple of things. Yeah, let's do it, bro, right? So dressed for success and took care of my parents. So the point of that example is when people see that you're actually doing the things that you're doing, it says something about you. When I pull up in the Audi and it's nice and I'm also coming out with a suit and I don't look like a bum, oh, this guy looks like he actually sells houses. You know what I mean? Now, there's ways around it if you don't have that yet, but that's just something to keep in mind. And I told everybody what I was doing. I wasn't a secret agent, right? I was telling everybody what I was doing. Actually, in fact, my first deal, which I'll speak about in a little bit, it was because I was telling everybody what I was doing, even from the very beginning, even before I got my real estate license. I was sharing with the world, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to have it in the next 3 months. Who do you know that I could potentially connect to my mentor or to the person I'm working with now that we can help you with, in real estate? Just being active, not being scared of, oh, what if I don't know what to say? And what if they ask me a question I don't know? My attitude was, listen, I'm either going to know the answer, and if I don't, I'm going to find out. That's it. Just relax, you know what I mean? I played to my strengths, my age. Bro, so many people, oh, I'm young, people are not going to take me serious, this and that. That was my superpower, bro. That was my superpower. I was this young, enthusiastic gentleman that walked in with a suit, carried himself well, was very personable, was confident. That was my superpower. What do you think all the connections that I was making from people that were making way more money than me, what do you think they saw in me? You didn't think that at one point in their life they were at a specific place where they were like, holy shit, bro, this guy's doing everything I wish I could have done when I was, or this guy's actually following in my footsteps when I was his age. They want to collab with you because they see themselves in you. And that's actually part of the reason why I got my first 10-unit property. And I'll share that story in a little bit. I structured my days. I time blocked, right? So you guys heard me speak about time blocking, right? In the mornings, I would get in. Typically, I would work out at 5, get in at 7, role play, 8 o'clock to 12. I would make calls. And when I was doing these things, whatever that looks like for you, 100% consciousness into it. 100%. Don't allow yourself to be distracted or be sidetracked by these other things. If it's an emergency or if it's certain things, of course, like you got to do what you got to do. However, what I did to make sure that I kept my focus and kept on track with the things that I had to do was I had a tasks list, right? So I had 5 critical tasks that I kept track with. And then I had, if something came up while I was doing these things, right, whether it would be my prospecting or whatever it is that I was doing, if something came up, I would just write it down. I wouldn't just deviate 100% of my focus to then stop this and do this and not finish that and then realize that I have something else and then stop this and then do this and then never be able to finish anything throughout the day and feel busy but not productive, right? You got to be productive. It's better. That was me, Rookie of the Year, number 8 in my office, top individual closed unit, 2019, all right? Sold 16 units that year. That's me right here, everybody else.
It's a lot of girls.
You know what I mean? Nah. I'm joking.
What firm was that?
That was Keller Williams. So I was top 8 of that year out of 250 agents around there. The youngest guy there, look, it's me. That's impressive. No, I'm joking. What's up, guys? Hope you enjoyed the video. Click here if you want to gain access to the full-length video.